Hi all, we're going to look at doing the angle reasoning lesson on MyMaths, and again I'm just going to work through it as if I was a student going through it and talk through some key points. So first part, chapter 1, folding a square in half. So here's a square. It has 4 equal sides and 4 90-degree corners, 90-degree angles, like all squares do. Let's fold the square along the diagonal. So again, if we're looking at it, to fold it across the diagonal, across there, okay, and then we'll cut it into 2. Okay, we've made 2 triangles. How do we know that the triangles are identical or congruent? They are identical in each way. If we fold it over, it would cover each, the top side would cover the bottom side equally, exactly. One explanation is that the square is symmetrical, so if we go down that diagonal line, I've got this exactly the same on both sides. Okay. Another explanation is that both triangles have the same length sides. Okay, so again we've got 2 isosceles triangles because this length is the same as this length and this length is the same as this length. So therefore we know that they must all be equal. They share the longest side being the hypotenuse. So in that case, what is the size of that top angle? Now we knew before it was a 90-degree angle. We folded it in half, so therefore we've halved the angle. So the angle is going to be 45 degrees. Chapter 2. Here is an equilateral triangle. Now normally when we've got an equilateral triangle, we see a little line through each of the sides, which says that all 3 sides are equal. If it's an isosceles like in the last one, it would only have a line through 2 sides that are equal. But this is going to have a line through all 3. So, if we're thinking about how many angles, the sum of the angles inside a triangle is going to be 180 degrees. If we add those 3 angles together, it's always going to equal 180 degrees. And if we got 3 sides the same, then the 3 angles are the same as well. So we could just do the sum, 180 divided by 3, which is going to be 60. So my angle is going to be 60 degrees. Next. Let's fold it in half. The 2 triangles we see are also congruent or identical. The vertical line is down the centre of the triangle, the original triangle. What's the size of the angle? B to A to D. This top angle here is going to be half. Again, we've folded it in half, so half of 60 is going to be 30. One key thing I wanted to say now is if you see that the way the letters are, BAD, BAD, it wants angle A. So in this format, the angle that they're looking for is always the centre letter. Sometimes it has a little hat on it as well. Okay, but it's always the centre letter in this case. Do you notice anything special about each of these triangles? They're right angled. So the centre line is going to turn into a right angled triangle. Okay, so 60, 30 and 90. 3. Here's an isosceles triangle, so these 2 sides are the same. So again, normally written in the exam format, it would have 2 little lines through the side. What size is the top angle? So again, knowing that the sum of the 3 angles is going to add up to 180, we've got 75 plus 75 equals 150. So we've got 180 take away 150. So the top angle is going to be 30 degrees. Fold it in half again. Hopefully we're seeing a pattern in relation to this. Okay, both triangles are now congruent, they're identical because the line of symmetry goes down the middle. The top angle was 30 degrees, we've now folded in half, so it's going to be 15 degrees. Now we could now use that to find the other 2 angles. We know that D here is going to be a right angle, so that's 90. So that's 90 and 15. 90 plus 15 is going to give me 105. And then 105 taken away from 180 is going to give me 75 for DCA. Okay, and we can see that written here. Again, you're using the same format in each case. Sum of the angles inside the triangle is going to be 180. So, chapter 4. The orange triangle is equilateral. So we should hopefully start to know that 3 sides all the same, 3 angles all the same. So we know that this bit here is going to be 60 degrees. We know this bit here is going to be 60 degrees. We know this bit here is going to be 60 degrees. So straight away we could find x because this line is a straight line. So if this angle here is 60 degrees, what's going to be left over? And hopefully you're shouting at the screen 120 degrees. So if this is 120 and this is 29, what's left over? So I start with my 180, take away 120, take away 29, y is going to be 31. I'm going to see if we're right. Okay. So the only way we could find these 2 angles is to realise, because this is equilateral, these angles here are all 60 degrees. If I didn't know that, then I would struggle to find x. Number 5. Find the sizes of angles A and B. So I want angle A here and angle B here. Okay. So what can you see? Hopefully you can see a rectangle, you can see a white triangle inside it, you can see a light blue triangle, and then another light blue triangle this side, or grey triangle and a light blue triangle. Okay, so what do we know about the corners? We know that each corner, because it's a rectangle, is going to be 90 degrees. So straight away we could find A, because I've got 90 degrees, and I've got 46 degrees, and the sum of the 3 angles is going to add up to 180 degrees. So 90 plus 46 gives me 136. 180, take away. Now I could press the answer button like I've done there. That was my last answer in the calculator. And it's going to give me 44. So A is going to be 44 degrees. Now, I can't find this part of the angle because I don't know this angle here, I don't know this angle here. So let's try and find B using the corner. Okay. We know that this bit here is 90 degrees. So if I could find this angle, we know that this bit here, B plus this little angle, is 90 degrees. So I could then take the little angle that I can find away from 90 degrees and I'm going to find B. Okay, so 90 plus 75 equals 165. Take away from 180 gives me 15. Okay, now I've done an error there. Can you see what I've done? 90 degrees, 75 degrees, 15 degrees, but B, the one I want, is the opposite, it's beside the angle of 15 degrees, it's not 15 degrees. Very easy to do that, so just take care. Okay, so this bit's 15 degrees. Remember, this angle in total is 90 degrees, so I want to take 15 away from 90. So 90 subtract 15 gives me 75. So my angle B is going to be 75 degrees. Okay. And that's it.